Orson Wilde is here, and I'm going to stay with Miss Alice.
What?
Did you forget? Orson Wilde, you know, the star of American theatre. And he's visiting and staying with us. You did forget?
No, not that. I meant you wanting to stay with Miss Alice.
Yes, that's right. Miss Alice suggested it. She told me you couldn't possibly refuse.
I mean, like, yeah, technically, I guess she's right. Okay.
If it's really what you want.
It's the perfect solution, Mr. Holmes. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Guess what, Mrs. Hudson? Mr. Wilde is here to study my father's character for his next play. And he won't be disappointed, will he? Father is so pig-headed.
I can't
Thanks.
believe it. The great Sherlock Holmes standing in front of me. I'm sure that our two brains will.
Brains.
This guy looks like fucking Willy Wonka. My god. What is with the top hat? It's like purple and like over a foot long. It's upsetting to look at, like, honestly. Brooch with flag. I don't know. Maybe American. He's American, so maybe. Oh, we got another one. British brand of tobacco. Tobacco. Holmes preferred brand. Okay. Also, what was the other one? Follows fashion trends. Okay, that's good to keep in mind. Inscription. So he's probably decently wealthy. Pocket mirror. Self-affected or actor's tool. I don't know. The very little I've seen of this guy, I feel like he might be a little bit up his own ass about things. Like, look at this. Look at this guy. You think this guy doesn't take himself seriously? Yeah, as a matter of fact. Alright, there we go. God damn it! Well, that's not what I was wanting. I was wanting to get it right, and I didn't. And I'm very upset with myself. Orson Wilde, not yet 30 years of age, is a star of American theater who came to London to study the role of Sherlock Holmes. It is probable that he began his study previously. He smokes the same brand of tobacco as Holmes. Orson is narcissistic and follows fashion. He admires his own reflection. He wears a brooch with the American flag to attract attention. I think that's probably the one I got wrong, the American flag one, but I don't know, maybe wrong.
Mr. Wilde, you're rude.
He seems like a flashy guy, so I figured that made sense.
This is such a fascinating city.
We need to talk.
I'd rather not. You're going to be angry again. Goodbye, Mr. Wilde.
Is it 5 o'clock already? I think I might go and ask Mrs. Hudson for some tea.
A little presumptuous of you to just assume that she's going to serve you. More information about Oscar. Not Oscar Wilde. That's a different person. Complete. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so before I read this, I just want to say in advance, I'm pretty sure, like I'm not 100%, but I'm relatively certain that I accidentally cut out the part where I read that first note. So essentially what that first note says is, it's the guy from the first case, whatever his name was, like the assistant to the guy who was killing all those people, basically telling me that I made a huge mistake. In essence, kind of threatening me, but not 100%, so something to keep an eye out for. Mr. Holmes, if you are reading this, then I am already dead. I would like to thank you for all that you did. It means a lot to me. It was my deep scar, my greatest redemption that I felt I had to perform before leaving this world. Thank you, sincerely, albeit. Also, I think this is it right here. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes is Dr. Reuben Fisher. Do you remember me? Well, you're a sorry excuse for a detective. You failed to understand why any of it was done. We chose the lesser evil for a greater, brighter future. We needed to sacrifice the few to help the majority. You'll remember these words one day. Sincerely, Dr. Reuben Fisher. So, yeah, there you go. Are these people, like, breaking into my house and, like, stabbing... this, like, literally, like, stabbing notes into my furniture? Like, that's not okay, man. Especially the second guy. Did you get your accomplice to do that as well? Like, I did you a favor and you damaged my property. I might just go back in time and decide to fuck you over. What's this?
Wilde's already making himself at home.
Surprised you'd forget something like this, but okay. Anything else around here? No, there is not. Okay, let's open
Wilde
this.
truly has a perfect disguise kit. Do actors really need all this? This must be grease paint.
Ah, here we are. Yeah.
I use the same brushes for makeup.
I don't think I've ever seen Sherlock actually wearing makeup. Like, he has the makeup table. But that's really there for wigs and glasses. I've never seen him wearing any sort of face paint. You know, or anything to that
Face powder of an excellent quality.
description.
I forgot my hat. Father,
Got a little powder
I'm
on his face.
just checking,
you've got something on your face.
Yeah.
Is it makeup?
it might be.
Maybe.
I'm practicing my disguises, you know me.
Excuse me.
No, don't touch that!
I didn't damage anything. I just kind of wasted a little bit of powder. He just
Ah,
exploded
Hudson,
my apartment.
with our tea.
Not quite. We have a visitor. However, the lady is not so much angry as perplexed.
Good day to you, gentlemen. My name is Mary Sutherland. I have come to you, Mr. Holmes, because I would give everything I have to know what has become of Mr. Hosmer Angel.
Why the haste, Miss Sutherland?
Mr. Hosmer Angel has disappeared, and my father, Mr. Winterbank, will do nothing. It makes me so angry.
Okay, it looks like somebody punched you in the nose. Oh, often wears spectacles. Alright, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Expensive brooch. She is flashy or she is rich. She doesn't come off the same way that our friend Mr. Wilde does, so I'm gonna say she's just rich. An engagement ring, most likely. She's wearing it on her ring finger, so... I mean, I guess it could be something else, but I doubt it. Different boots. Didn't notice boots. Alright, we got that one right. Good. Mary Sutherland is a good-tempered young lady of 25 years of age. She has poor eyesight. She has failed to notice that she's wearing mismatched boots. Mary is a wealthy young lady. She's engaged to be married.
Mr. Windybank is your stepfather, surely, since the name is different?
Well, indeed, I call him father, although he is barely older than myself.
And your mother is alive?
Oh, yes. Although I wasn't best pleased when she married again, and so soon after father's death, and to a man so much younger than herself.
What is your connection with Mr. Hosmer Angel?
I met him at the gasfitter's ball. Mr. Winterbank did not wish for me and mother to attend. He never did wish us to go anywhere, but this time I was quite set on it. Fortunately, he left for France upon some business, and so didn't have any say in it. And I met Mr. Angel that night. We met again after that and would take walks together. But then father returned, and we could no longer meet.
Why was your stepfather against your going anywhere?
Well, he didn't like anything of that sort. He used to say that a woman should be happy in her own family circle.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Did Mr. Hosmer Angel make no attempt to see you?
Well, father was going off again in a week. And Hosmer wrote and said that it would be better for us not to see each other until father had gone. After that, he stopped writing.
Where does Mr. Angel live?
I don't know exactly. I address all of his letters to the Leadenhall Street post office for collection.
Were you engaged?
Oh yes, Mr. Holmes. Right after the first walk that we took.
Do you have your own income?
I do, from an inheritance. It was left to me by my Uncle Ned in Auckland.
Then you have all that you could wish for, naturally.
Well, I live at home and don't wish to be a burden to my family, so they have the use of the money.
Is there anything else that you can tell me about Mr. Angel?
He is a very shy man. He would rather walk with me in the evening, so as to be discreet. I put a missing persons notice in last Saturday's Chronicle. Here's a copy, and a letter from him.
Haha, a love letter. Yes, I see. As I anticipated, this validates my
Can I
deductions
shoot this
perfectly.
asshole? Like, I already hate him.
Deductions, Mr...
Mr. Wilde. Holmes. Tell her.
Why are you wearing face powder? It makes no sense. Are you a clown? I don't look like that. I look nothing like you. Take off this stupid makeup. And also get rid of the mustache. Makes you look like an asshole. Alright, let's look at this. Mary's income. Her uncle gave her an inheritance. She was, or has granted her family the use of the money as long as she lives with them. Secretive. Mary doesn't know where he lives. No. Ah, okay. Bad eyesight. Mary's poor eyesight, probably myopia. Myopia. Well, is it that? Maybe it's myopia. I don't even know. Whatever. Anyway. Let's take a look at the evidence we got. Public notice. A disappearance. A gentleman by the name of Mr. Hosmer Angel has mysteriously vanished. Mr. Angel is of around 5 feet 7 inches in height, of strong build, with a sallow complexion. He's black-haired with bushy side whiskers and a mustache. He is likely to be wearing tinted spectacles. On last sighting, Mr. Angel was dressed in a black silk frock coat with a black waistcoat and gray Harris tweed trousers. He's known to have been employed in an in an office in Leadenhall Street. If you're in possession of any information, please come forward. There will be a reward for any help given in finding this gentleman. My dear love, please don't worry your sweet head. Do you believe that I would say anything to your family who understand nothing of love? We had a wonderful time together, didn't we, while your father was in France? Such a short time, but it was enough for me to know that you were my life. I want to spend every minute from now on with you. I wish that it were possible. I love you very much, and I am waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves once more upon his travels so we can meet again. Hosmer Angel.
This is strange. The love letter is typewritten. Good quality paper, quite smooth.
Okay.
Fairly common ink, nothing special.
Oh, there's like little highlights. Okay, we had a wonderful time together, didn't we? While your father was
We
in
had
France.
a wonderful time together, didn't we, while your father was in France? I'm waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves once more. Hosmer Angel decided not to leave his signature. Let's study this letter more closely.
Well then. Okay, what are we looking for exactly? Like hidden words or something? Oh.
There are some letters with typographical defects. Miss Sutherland, do you have any other letters from Mr. Angel?
Unfortunately not. But I've brought my father's letter from Paris. Here it is.
Huh.
The stepfather's letter is also typewritten.
Alright, dear Mary, I'm taking the opportunity of sending you these few lines in the hope that they find you and your mother in good health. France is a nice country to look at, but is the same as anywhere. There are rogues here who deceive and mistreat their women. Men nowadays are so dishonorable. They won't think twice to break your heart. I hope that you will be an obedient girl and look after your mother, and that you will be I'm so sorry, and that you will take my advice, stay at home. I'll be back before long.
I hope that you'll be an obedient girl. Take my advice, stay at home. Quite common paper with a light yellow tint. Fairly common ink, nothing special. Miss Sutherland's stepfather's signature. The stepfather is trying to keep the daughter at home. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Both letters have typographical defects. They merit further attention.
Okay, let's take down the... Oh, M and K.
This letter has a defect. One more letter with a defect. It's the same letter with the same defect in both instances.
Let's look for a K, because I noticed, yeah.
One more letter with a defect.
I saw a K somewhere. Where is it? I believe I would... The ampersand.
Another letter match with the same defects.
Gotta find that K. Ah, here we are.
Another letter match with the same defects. So, based on the specific defects, we could say that these letters were composed on the same typewriter.
We could say that. Interesting. Also notice that, like, one of them didn't have the signature. This seems pretty simple, if you ask me. Mary's income. Keep it home. Yep. Alright, profit. The family have an interest in Mary remaining single as they have access to her inheritance. We're concerned. Mary and her stepfather trusted one another. Mary was told to remain at home as her stepfather believed it would be better for her. Bullshit. It's her stepfather. Like, yeah, okay. Like, they married very soon afterward, after the actual father's death. She's financially well off. I don't know. This seems pretty simple. Mary's stepfather tries to keep his daughter at home. Yeah, those two go together. The letters have the same typewriter defects and were written by one person on a single typewriter. It's coincidence these... No. I don't buy that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Work travels, secretive character. For some reason, Hosmer Angel met with Mary only when her stepfather was away on business trips. Mary's stepfather was unaware of her relationship with Hosmer Angel. Hosmer Angel was a reticent and shy man who did not want to cause trouble for Mary. Opportunity. Mary had the opportunity to socialize without her stepfather's knowledge. Mary's stepfather lied. He didn't take his business trip as he had found out that Mary was disobeying him. Mary's stepfather took his business trip, which gave Mary the opportunity to secretly meet with Hosmer Angel. Wait. There we go. Mr. Windibank is Mr. Angel. Mary's stepfather, Mr. Windibank, adopted a disguise and played the role of Mr. Hosmer Angel to keep his stepdaughter and her money close to home. There you go. That's a little silly, but... and also, this is really fucking early, by the way. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna see if I can speak to her, because this is weird. That, like...
I think this case is fairly obvious, don't you, Mr. Holmes?
Shut up, idiot.
What else can I tell you?
Is that seriously it? Alright, well, this fucks up. I'll just play the case again, and we'll see what to do next instead. Alright, so hide the truth. It will cause Mary a great deal of distress if she's told of the true identity of Hosmer Angel, or tell the truth. Mary Sutherland is an honest and gentle young lady who should be allowed to live her own life. She does not deserve to be deceived in such a fashion. Absolutely. Like, yeah, maybe it causes her distress, but it's not my fucking fault. Like, this guy is taking advantage of her. I'm not going to say anything. Just let him take advantage of her and keep her enclosed in this house forever. Just, no. Tell the truth.
You should try to let Mr. Hosmer Angel vanish from your memory, as he has done from your life.
Then you don't think I'll see him again?
I fear not.
Then what has happened to him?
Your stepfather married your mother for her money, and also enjoyed the use of your income. But with your personal advantages, it was clear that you would not remain single for long, even with him keeping you at home. He disguised himself and reappeared as Mr. Hosmer Angel. He brought you as far as the church door and then conveniently slipped away, to bring you to this conclusion in such a dramatic manner that it would leave a permanent impression upon your mind. You have been cruelly tricked, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. No, I can't believe it. But we horrible to think about. But thank you for all you have done, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, you could have been more diplomatic.
Shut up. Who are you? Like, who is this guy? Don't tell me what I should and shouldn't do. Man with white fucking face powder all over you. Stop it. Like, I'd take him a little bit more seriously if he didn't look like Pennywise, but... No, you're a joke, sir.
What is going on?
With your buccaneer mustache.
Mr. Holmes, is everything all right?
Oh my God. Go back to your flat and stay there with Kate. Wild, wake up.
Uh-oh. Wake up, stupid. Something happened. Shut up, Toby. Quiet. I guess the person already took off. Oh shit, it's a bomb.
It's ticking.
Oh shit. Oops. By move away, I kind of... Okay, I made a mistake.
It's
Alright,
ticking.
let's try this again. Examine.
I see wires inside. They could be connected to the cover.
Then decide. There we are.
A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it.
He sounds delighted to know that his life is in danger. Just awesome.
There are wires attached to
Fantastic.
the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. A source of electricity for the detonation.
Okay, so obviously, alright,
A
understood.
package with explosive material. There are wires going in and out. It's useless to predict how they might be tangled up inside. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode.
Alright, so don't cut the wires on this one then. I guess. I don't want to fuck with the timer, because that's good for us for the moment. So maybe cut the supply to the electricity? Nope, that is not what I'm supposed to do. I'm an idiot.
Whew.
Okay. So that should prevent that thing from dropping now, right? Okay, so we just cut the two main, like, things apart of the solenoid. So now I can cut off the power supply to this thing, right? Yeah, we're good. We're good, no problems. Alright then. So I think from this point forward, we just cut wires until the whole thing's dead, right? Because now there's no trigger. There's no trigger to cause it to detonate. I could probably just fast forward. Fuck it. Just to be completely certain, let's cut all the wires. Is there anything else? There's a couple more. No, there's not. Is that it? Seems like that's it. That's it. Alright, we're good. Nice.
What happened?
Just a small bomb.
Somebody wants to kill me? What for?
I don't believe that you were the target.
Who then?
Mr. Holmes, are you all right? I saw the bloke. I tried to catch him, but he escaped.
Can you describe the man?
He was thin, about 5'5", with black hair and a hair lip.
Wiggins, tell us everything you saw.
The fellow was watching your place, so I thought maybe he's a client. But then he took something out of his jacket and threw it, smashing your window. I shouted at him and he took off. I grabbed him by the sleeve, but he wriggled out of his jacket and left it. I'm sorry I didn't catch him, Mr. Holmes.
You did very well, Wiggins. Now, let's take a look at that jacket.
Here it is.
Good job, Wiggins. Here's a penny.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh god. Oh shit. Okay, so it rolls backward.
Microphone there. And he was very secretive. He didn't want anybody else to know about what it was he was looking for. So that's something that I think is going to become rather prevalent as we continue this case.